Star Citizen tutorial of sorts. Let's turn that quantum travel off. This is going to be urgent boarding action in progress. So if we come on over to the star map and we look at the major moons here, not moons, planets here, I'm at ArcCorp, but I've seen this mission show up in Crusader and Microtech. I imagine it'll show up in Hurston, but I don't see it there too often. So if you fly, like, to the planet, then it should show up. And if I open up the contracts manager, it'll show up in Mercenary, generally. I've already accepted it, and this is the one we want. So we get 45,000 credits. And there's a couple of things to talk about first. So there's generally 2 ships we're going to have to fight, so you're going to want to make sure that you know how to do basic ship combat. This is not a combat video as far as like ship fighting goes. I kind of did one. It wasn't a really good video, but I'll link it in the description. The other thing is just gearing yourself out. This is not a bad mission to do if you have nothing, and I'll explain why once we finish it. Hopefully nothing goes wrong. But it's not a bad idea for you to first get a gun, maybe. You can do this with your pistol and with 1 round of magazine and no armor, and you'll be okay. But I have armor, I have a gun, I have ammo, I have more ammo in my legs, and I have med pens. I think probably the most important thing is going to be med pens, and don't expect to complete this mission the first time. Okay, so it looks like I don't have all my ammo. And we're going to shoot out there just to make sure the gun works. Then I'm going to reload, and I'm going to put more ammo on me. So I did die at some point, and it looks like I've lost some of that ammo. And I'm going to drop these empty magazines. Okay. So again, this is not really so much a hyper beginner tutorial. This is assuming that you know how the main gist of Star Citizen works. So you know how to fly, you know how to travel, you know the basic controls, and the main tutorial of this is going to be completing the mission itself. So we've accepted the mission, and it looks like it's on the other side of the planet. So I'm going to come to the star map, and we're going to find out if this works today. And as much as I want this to be a perfect tutorial, did it work today? Oh cool, it worked today. It's not going to be. Something's going to go wrong. This is Star Citizen. Something is going to go wrong. And it's kind of going to be a gameplay video from this point onward. So I'm going to demonstrate how I complete this mission. And it's a very fun one because I think it really does show what Star Citizen can be. And it's oddly not a particularly glitchy one. There's a lot of similar missions where you can go to the surface of planets and shoot AI on foot there. But those ones glitch out like crazy right now. This one, since it's come out, for me anyway, has been somewhat stable. Okay, so we've traveled to the 890 jump. I'm going to push L. That's going to turn my lights on my ship on because it's a little bit dark. And I have actually flown into the 890 jump because I didn't see it. So if you have your ship lights on, it'll make that a little bit harder to do. Okay, so the ships are going to spawn today. Sometimes they don't spawn. It's a little bit odd. And it looks like he may shoot a missile at me. Usually it's 2 cutlasses. They're not super smart. And it looks like there's a missile. I'm not getting a missile warning though, but I'll throw a decoy anyway. I did that with H. Okay, so we're going to get closer to this guy and try to take him out as soon as possible. These guys aren't too intelligent, and they like to ram you, which is rather annoying, so strafe around. Let my weapons come back. For some reason, these guys love to just run into you. I don't really know why the AI does that. These attritions, I should probably overclock them. Well, that's okay. We'll just let them come back. There we go. There's one. Kind of fly around a bit, see if we can get to the other guy. Prevent him from ramming into us, hopefully. Like I said, these guys really aren't too intelligent. It looks like he's flying away from me. Ooh, man, that one almost hit me even though I threw the decoy. That'd have been embarrassing. Like I said, it's Star Citizen. Something always goes wrong. And right there, I was strafing down, and that guy definitely would have collided with me, which is just really obnoxious. Hopefully they fix that one day. For now, we just gotta deal with it. Try to stay somewhat close to them. Okay. That part's done. That's the easy part. And no, I'm not the best at ship fighting. That's not the point of the video. That's one way to complete it. You should be able to kill those guys on most ships. If you may have to upgrade the weapons a little bit. But they're not too difficult. They're pretty dumb. Okay, so here's the 890 jump. And this place is complicated, it's a little glitchy, and it's gonna take you a few tries. If you have a friend, this mission's so much more fun the first time. And heck, if you want to, you could even jump into that origin and steal it. You might get crime stat, but you could. So we're gonna park kind of near the ship here. And let's see if I can actually show you this door right in front of me. See that door right there? That's where we're gonna go in. So I'm just gonna park a little bit close because I'm actually gonna be coming back and forth from the 890 jump to my Cutlass, assuming all goes well. And I don't really want to get super far away. This is probably a little far, but it's okay for the video. Okay, so I have a P4 AR, but you can use anything. And I'm going to do a test fire, just because sometimes the guns don't like to shoot in this game. So I'm going to make sure my gun works. T to turn on my flashlight, and then we're going to jump into the 890 jump. So there's 20 hostiles. Looks like one of them probably died to a security personnel or something else, who knows. There are some cops in here. They're decked out in beautiful white armor. They're very noticeable. If you shoot them, you'll get homicide, and you'll get crime stat, and then you'll have to deal with that mess. So try not to shoot the cops. They're not very good at their jobs, but that's why we're here. Alright, so we see there's a gun here. That means there's a bad guy. There's a couple of bad guys. Immediately. Sometimes this hallway is empty. Halt the data transmission. Okay, so we see that timer. We're gonna take a look on the walls for windows like that. That's where the data transmission's gonna be, and it's scattered throughout the ship. I think it's unlikely I'm gonna find it, but we'll see. We're gonna run in here, and we're gonna run up the steps, and we're just gonna blow these guys away. Kill that guy first. Reload really quick. If I could, if the gun would work, that'd be nice. I'm gonna run over here instead of taking damage from that guy who was shooting me. Nobody. Okay. Alright, let's... Yeah, I'm not sure what I was taking damage from. Let's see, there's not usually anything in here, but I still take a sweep look just in case. And then we're gonna come down here. Often there are bad guys in these rooms, so let's see if we can find any. There's usually no cops, though. This game is a bit laggier than normal, I must admit. Okay. Come on to the left. I don't see anybody. I don't see anybody, okay. Sometimes the data transmission is over there. And like I said, it's unlikely. I find it unlikely I'm gonna find the data transmission in this video, but as you do this mission a bunch of times, you will. Alright. The AI tend to wander. And these doors don't usually have enemies in them, but sometimes the data transmission's in them. Not today, okay. So, the AI may not be where I am showing you they are. Okay, we're gonna head into engineering, and we're gonna walk into this room, and then we're gonna walk to the left slowly, just so we can drop down the ladder. There's gonna be a bunch of guys down here. There's also cops here, so be super careful. That's a bad guy. And let's see. There's a bad guy. Aim for the head, but it's easier said than done. We're gonna check down here. There's one bad guy, two bad guys. Okay. Check down these ways. There's another. That's a cop. Be really careful. That's a cop. It's good if the cops die because they drop P4 ARs. Okay. I'm not seeing the data transmission anywhere here. So it's likely in a place I'm not going to reach in a minute, but that's alright. There's 5 guys left. We're going to run down these hallways and just take a look around. There may be enemies in these rooms. Okay, sometimes there's a transmission in here. Looks like not today. Man, I'm getting really unlucky with that. So I'm gonna hope I can find the transmission itself so you know what it looks like, but it's usually on walls like that. Okay, so there's probably gonna be most of the enemies in that elevator. These are all cops. See their armor? Cop. Okay, cop. There's 5 guys left. Looks like I'm not finding the transmission. Alright, we're gonna come over on the right side because these guys can shoot through this stupid door. And yep, there's a whole bunch of guys in here. In fact, I think all of them are in there. Alright, well, that's all the hostiles cleared. Sometimes they're scattered around this doorway a little more, but that's alright. And that's 5 dead bodies. So I did not find the computer, but basically what you're looking for the transmission is, usually it's on a screen like this, okay? And it'll be like a little square tablet and it has a cable that runs down. And you'll have to interact with that tablet to turn it off. It'll say abort on it. Right there I get 45,000 credits. And yeah, I don't know. I was kind of hoping I could find it and show you what it looked like, but it looks like it's going to be in a place that I just don't know where it is. Yeah, sometimes you find them, sometimes you don't. I believe you get 5,000 extra credits, so it's not really worth going for your first try. You'll want to do it once you get this mission down a little more. Okay. Alrighty, yep, not even there, man. So the reason that I really like doing the 890 jump mission is because it's an amazing source of items. And let's see, is it even in here? Yeah, I don't know. It's totally possible I missed it, but okay, let's talk about the looting aspect of the 890 jump. So I'm gonna climb back up the ladder and I'm just gonna go back into the main room. Here we go. So if I push I, if you have a chest plate armor on, you can usually carry 3 weapons. I'll be able to carry 2 on my back, and then I'll be able to actually carry 1. And then I can take 3 weapons back to my ship. So what I'm gonna do here is find these weapons and equip one, because I only brought 1 in here. It's a little glitchy, so give it a second. And then I'm going to grab this one. Okay, so I don't actually have the one that I'm holding here. The one that I grabbed, I'm not actually equipped with this one. Keep that in mind. Many things will make me drop this weapon. But I have these 2 equipped on me. And this is also a good way to get ammo. So I mentioned earlier, and I should have brought this up before, but if you only have a pistol, all you have to do is kill the first guys that are in that hallway. And then just pick up their gun. And you won't have any extra magazines, but you can keep picking up these guys' guns. And you'll have enough ammo to clear the mission that way. So now I'm going to jump back into my ship. And this is where not only did I get 45,000 credits for doing that mission, but I'm going to save a ton of money buying armor and weapons, because now I'm going to drag my weapons off of me into my ship. And apparently whatever that is, what the heck? What is that? Oh, that's the... Huh, I must have dragged the sight off of that gun. I didn't know that. Okay. I don't usually use sights on my guns, so that's confusing. Okay, now I'm going to drag all my armor off, and this will let me loot armor as well. So now we're going to go back into the ship. And armor's not super useful in this game, in my opinion. It doesn't really protect you a whole lot. I'm sure maybe as time goes on that'll change. But if I want to loot armor, I just hold F over their dead body and loot. And then I'm going to drag this on me. We need armor on if we want to carry more than one weapon, though. That is its use. And I don't care about the helmet because you get one back when you die. So these guys probably dropped a gun, but it's like underneath them. We'll see if the game lets us get it. There we go. So these are the P8 SMGs. They are okay weapons. What I'm gonna do, and it's not a bad idea if you want a lot of P8 or P4 ARs. I like the P4s. I'm gonna come back down here to engineering, and I'm gonna see if there's any dead policemen or security personnel or whatever they are. So let's see. It doesn't actually look like there's many. Oh, there's one. Okay. So that guy drops. They use P4 ARs, and they are, in my opinion, much better. They're so much more fun to use. So that's why you might want to hang out, let the cops get killed, and then just pick up their ARs. And then there we go. We'll pick this one up. And I don't know if I can actually go up the ladder while wearing this. So let's not find out. I'm surprised how well this mission has gone. I thought for sure something catastrophic would go wrong by now. But since it seems to be okay, I'm not going to test the ladder. There's an elevator right here we can use. And then we'll use the escape raft. Ladders are a little glitchy, but so are elevators, so it's kind of pick your poison. And I don't know what the heck was that showed up. That was weird. Okay, so we're gonna head on out, and you can basically do this as many times as you want. I already have a decent store of items in my in Arcal 1, and that's kind of why I like this mission. There's 20 dead enemies in there, so that's 20 guns plus maybe some of the cops, and 20 sets of armor, and that is a lot of armor and weapons you don't have to pay for. You still need to buy ammo, and you're still gonna want to buy things like med pens and all that good stuff, but I get to save all this money. I mean, this is just 2 loots. I mean, 2 sets of armor and 6 weapons. And I brought the ammo. That's a sight that I got from somewhere. Maybe a policeman at that one too, or security personnel, whatever they are. And that's all I'm gonna do for this video. That is the completion of the 890 jump. So you don't want to push your luck. You could try to loot everything in there. Over time, the items will start to disappear. And you also just don't want to, push your chances for how long are you going to risk getting blown up. Because if I die right now, I'm going to lose everything I have, and that defeats the whole purpose. So I'm going to head on over back to Arcal 1, and then we'll call that mission success. Okay, as I spool up, I'm just going to say thanks for watching this tutorial on how to complete the 890 jump. It's too bad I couldn't find that data transmission terminal, but hopefully my description of the cable and everything helped you out, and I really hope that this video does show that Star Citizen is like a thing. The vision exists. It's just not, it's kind of a vapor right now. Every now and then you get what they want Star Citizen to be. This game's still not worth buying, but sometimes it is a lot of fun. Thanks for watching.